All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy March 19th. Coming to you cold, coming to you excited, and coming to you ready to crush our day. It's been great seeing your faces lately, not only on screen, but in person and everything that's going on in our environment. And so, I look at it this way. You guys are continuously coming because you have a hope for gain or you have a fear of loss. You don't want to lose your skills. You don't want to lose your edge, or there's a hope in you that says, I'm going to get some more from these people, from this group, from this atmosphere. So whatever's driving you or motivating you to be here, I'll never take it for granted. Never take it for granted. Yesterday was a really big day for Keep It Moving as an entity and as an organization. So as you guys know, Keep It Moving is our platform here that came out of me wanting to group people together 3 times a week for script role play sessions almost 4 years ago. You guys have heard me tell this story. So we started doing group coaching session. That's all it was called. It was called group coaching. And it didn't have a name, didn't have an identity, didn't have a color, didn't have a reel, didn't have a post, had nothing except for, let's just come together. It was called group coaching. And now it's evolved to what it is now. And now I have the opportunity to work with some of the largest teams in the industry to help their teams grow from a coaching standpoint. And so yesterday was a really powerful moment because a team hired me to do intensity for their entire organization. And I shared this story with you guys, and I'm sharing this with you because it means so much to me that you guys have the ability to grow and do things that you truly, inspired by. And it was an amazing day because they processed the growth investment, and I had a moment to where I literally got emotional and a tear came in my eye, multiple tears. To know that, listen, you guys, sometimes you just got to give away a lot of free stuff. You just got to pour into people, got to provide value and value and value for years, and with no intention at all other than I'm going to add value to somebody's life. And by doing that over and over and over again, amazing things can happen. And so you guys, I'm a testament. I am a testament to everything that I ask you guys to do, the things that I share with you, the marketing, the consistency, the follow up, the follow through. I am a walking embodiment of what I ask you guys to do in your life and business. So if I could do anything for you in your life, business, and career and health, it is by lead by example. Lead by example and show you that I'm willing to do all of the things that I'm asking each of you to do. Does that make sense? We good? I see some thumbs up. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm excited to get rolling this morning. I'm going to turn it over to Blessing. Blessing, you are going to bring us out on the field on this amazing Wednesday morning. So, Blessing, without further ado, let me turn the mic right over to you.
Happy Wednesday, you wonderful, wonderful people. It's very rare that I'm at a loss for words, and you guys know that. So if we think about a sentiment this morning, I mean, good God, we're alive, right? We have another day to serve our clients and show up. And I got a call. I got an Op City lead right at the beginning, so I didn't hear all of what you had to share, Elias, but I did hear if you keep showing up, good things happen. And yesterday I had an amazing day because I showed up for myself, not for my clients, which is what we're supposed to do, but I showed up for myself. So today, if you want to have a great day, show up for yourself, regardless of what's going on. Your problems will be there. There are clients that need you and your bright, shiny faces. We all have a special place in this world. There's only one of you. So if you don't show up, who's going to do it? So let's start this day with a smile, with some energy, with some joy, and show up for each and every one of ourselves.
Well, I absolutely love that. I really love that. Somebody asked me yesterday, they said, how do you show up with all this energy every single day? I'm like, well, first off, sleep well, okay? Eat well, but this is a choice. I have a choice. We all have a choice. Have you ever met the person that every time you talk to them, how you doing? Right? You could be in this jovial spirit. You could be super hyped up about the day or whatever. And you go to them like, same shit, different day. What? Is it really the same shit, different day? Or is it a new day, new opportunities, and a new breath of oxygen that we get to take on this beautiful thing that we call life? And so shut all those negative people out. But I want to tell you a story. And the reason why I'm telling you this story is because it means more than I ever even realized. And sometimes you have to have those unfortunate calls with people that are from your childhood. I saw a post yesterday from a good friend of mine that I met in Big Bear in 1995. And I'm going to share this story with you. She's a good friend of mine. I saw yesterday, unfortunately, her brother, who was younger than our group, he was 43. He passed away from a fentanyl overdose yesterday or 2 days ago. And so I saw the post and like, we don't talk, right? We see each other on social, thumbs up, love what you're doing with the family, like all that. But it's been years. I don't think that I've seen her probably since like 1999, 2000, right? So we're talking a long, long time ago. But I want to share with you a story that I don't think that I've ever spoken about publicly, and I'm going to do it here. The year is 1995. I'm 15 years old, had dropped out of school. I'm doing drugs. My mom's deep in her addiction. We don't have a place to stay, hotels, motels. I've told you that before. And until one day the phone rings in our Motel 6 and I'm there with my buddy Billy Bergman. And Billy Bergman was staying with us because his father and his brother, his older brother, Eddie, had murdered his stepdad. Okay, so think about this. At 15 years old, the shit that we were going through in my circle. So Billy's with me. The phone rings and it's my mom. She says, I need you to be out of bed by 10 o'clock and make sure that you're dressed. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, I have somebody that's going to come and meet you. I'm like, okay. So 10 o'clock comes around, knock at the door. I'm not dressed, smoking cigarettes in an old stinky hotel room. And my mom brings this guy in and he was called the Professor. Now, my family had a lineage of Mexican mafia ties and growing and all this stuff back in the days. This guy walks into our hotel room and there's 2 beds in an old Motel 6. You got the old unit that sits there that you turn that up to like freezing cold. The windows are closed. You're smoking Marlboro cigarettes, 15 years old, 1995. This guy looks at me and my buddy Billy, and he says, are you guys ready to change your life? And I said, yeah, look around. He's like, are you guys willing to do everything that I ask you to do? I said, absolutely. And he said, if so, then this is what you have to look forward to. And in a movie, and it's crazy, I've never talked about this. It's like a movie. He takes this giant duffel bag and he zips this duffel bag open and he dumps it on the bed. And you guys, it's wads of cash, wads of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And I'm a kid that's living on the streets with my addict of a mother, with my buddy Billy, whose family is going through a murder case. And this freaking pilot for the Mexican mafia comes in and says, I'm ready to change your life. Ready to change your life, you guys. And at that moment is when I left San Diego at that time and moved into a 3,000 square foot house in Big Bear. And we finally had something, we had money. And that's how I met my friends and family up in Big Bear. Now that didn't work out long term. There's all kinds of turmoil in jail. And I'll tell the next chapter some other time, but I remember that moment vividly in my mind. I remember where I was at, what I was thinking, what I was feeling. And that's what led me to Big Bear. And all those feelings and those emotions and those memories came up from seeing the post of my friend Doreen's brother passing from fentanyl. And it just made me look back at my life, you guys. Made me look back, and I'm in a true state of reflection lately of everything that's going on in my life. And I'm like, I fucking made it. Like I made it. Like all the things that I went through, every single card was stacked up against me in my life. Every single thing was. And we made it. And here we are at 45 years old, still reflecting, still growing, and still trying to find the next level in my life, in my business, in my health, and in my relationships. So I wanted to share that with you. I just thought about that this morning after my conversation with Doreen. And we ended the conversation this way. She says, I love you, Elias. You've always been an inspiration to me. Keep doing what you're doing because you do not know how many people's lives you are changing. I haven't spoke to them in over 20 years. So people are watching you guys. They're watching your journey. They're watching what you are doing. And if nobody has told you this, I, as your coach, am proud of you. I'm proud of everything that you are doing, everything that you are accomplishing, and everything that you will do in the coming years from this moment forward. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you, and I truly, truly love you for being a student and for being here with me. That's my thoughts and that's my sentiments for this morning. Any thoughts, any contribution on the conversation thus far? Would love to hear from you guys. And please don't leave me hanging. Give me a moment to adjust and regroup. Let's go Blessing, let's go Ophi, and let's go Kelly.
It's always, anytime you share, it is always that connection that lets us see exactly why you show up the way that you do all the time. And it always lights a fire. It always pushes us significantly further. So I'm always grateful for your shares. But um, when you said like the money fell out on the bag, it literally took me back to a point where you get offers that you may not really understand why you say no in the moment, but we all have the gift of hindsight to go back and be like, if I had said yes, like it would have taken me down a completely different path. And to look at where we all are, it's like we all have goals and we want to keep moving, and we all are reaching for something bigger. We might not feel like we're anywhere close to it, but like we're so much closer than where we are if we just stop and look back and reflect. And it is all of those people we meet along the way that you never know. Like there's people that said hi in a certain way to me that changed the trajectory of that day. It's literally, you just don't know who you're going to impact. So it's like, if nothing else, just be a good human being every single day. And you don't know whose lives you're going to change. And then we're going to all be blessed at one point having a call 10, 15, 20 years from now. And it's like, you know, Chris, that text that you sent me changed everything. Bree, the post that I'm still cracking up, Bree, about your chicken mom. Like that did something for me. But it's like, you just never know the things that we put out there in our genuine authenticity that's gonna make someone's day, but open up their ability to see more for themselves. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that, Blessing. Always great stuff. Let's go Ophi, then let's go Kelly, and then Otis, you'll be on deck, and then I'll get to Christina and Aaron. Let's go.
Well, good morning. I came in right in the very, I don't know what he has said until I was 15 years old. And then this man came and changed my life. And immediately I was like, that's why he's the way he is. He had a mentor, but he probably didn't, he didn't go that way. You were like, and he opens his duffel bag. I was like, oh no, he didn't have a mentor. And
I wouldn't call Nelson a mentor.
but it's when I came in, I was like, oh, that's what happened right in here in my thinking. And I was like, heads are gonna roll out of that bag. I don't know, something because you said the movie. Anyways, I was looking for a reason. I do this a lot. I look for reasons. I'm like, that's why he is the way he is. I didn't have that. And it kind of like excuses me to move forward or to believe or to pursue anything because I'm always like, that's why he did it. Oh yeah, that he had a father figure or he had blah 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 blah. But you did not. And you
No, no, still don't.
are your life lessons was your mentor, right? And when you're on the other side, that is the passion that drives you because you can identify, you can see it, and you can see it through other people. And sometimes I could see the frustration in you because you could see it, and the other person's like, yeah, whatever, moving on through life. But that was just my thoughts. And secondly, you still inspire me. Oh, because I still have a very addicted brother. And I don't know, when I hear stories from people like, oh, I overcame addiction, I look for those. I'm like, okay, there's still hope for my brother because he's still alive. He's still alive. He's still alive, and it's gonna be that day that you gonna wake up like you did. Anyway.
Well, hey, we're all rooting for him. We're all rooting for the family. We're rooting for him. We're rooting for you. I know exactly what it's like on this side of it, but also dealing with people that are addicts and the emotional baggage that comes along with it. So sending you big love, light, and big hugs. Let's go, Otis. And listen, you guys, I don't want to make the mood somber, but when I feel something, I'm not going to not share it with you guys. Let's go, Otis.
Hearing more stories as you keep opening up, like we shared a moment yesterday, and I just want to say thank you. The fact that you thought of me in a very vulnerable moment, and we shared yesterday, and I told you how proud I am of you because it's hard when you have these things where I know you knew where you wanted it to be. So for me to you, bro, from what you've done for me for this platform. Why people actually I come all the time. This is why. I mean, not only do we get to sharpen our skills as professionals, but this emotional state as human beings, like I dreamed of the day that I no longer had to see my older brother being strung out. Ophi, I feel you so much, and I'm not trying to get emotional, but my brother made it to the other side. My brother was addicted to heroin. That's a less than 1% return rate that people come back from that to live a normal life. And my brother was born premature. I mean, a lot of us, we don't know what our parents did back in the days, but I'm pretty sure the reasons why my brother had complications and isn't all the way, as normal as us. He has some capabilities that slow him down a lot. And wishing those days to have them now. The only thing missing from my life is just, you guys know, is my older brother Maurice, and seeing him go through his trials and tribulations. I come from a drug infested family on both sides, both of my sides, black and brown, completely cracked out, completely heroined out. I'm the only person in my direct family that hasn't been to jail, hasn't been strung out on drugs. And it's a hard decision to make. Of course, I wanted to do a lot of things. Of course, I'm very fortunate that my life is still even here. I could have lost my life. I could have been in jail for life. I've had so many things that I had to overcome, and I'm thankful that I've always said no, that I've always had some type of purpose, knowing that I'm supposed to be here to do something. And talking about reflection, like, man, I am in wow of myself of where I'm at now. The world has shitted on me 1,000 times, and I haven't let it ruin me completely. I bounce back every single time. One of my good friends, Josh, calls me the bounce back king. He's like, oh, ever since we was kids, man, you always find a way to be better or do better things. And I'm proud of you of that. And I can't thank this team enough. Like, the times I even thought about leaving, I think about it now, like, what a fucking idiot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this 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 field gives me so much. This team gives me so much. Like, you guys think that I'm above or here. I'm nowhere. I'm on the same level as the first person coming through the door as the last one. I give so much because this team gives me so much. I'll never stop being the way that I am because life has prepared me, just like it's prepared you in this movement that you made, brother. And I want you to know, like, we don't get on this call just to say this shit to hype you up or make you feel like that it's not really real. This shit is real, bro. You're changing people's lives. Like, you make us better people. You made me a better man in sense of things, the way I've looked at things, and you've challenged me to do that, and look where it's gotten me. You know what I mean? So I'm very grateful. Tomorrow I'll be 39 years old. So I'm in that reflective state like a motherfucker right now. So I'm just so thankful for each and every one of my brothers and sisters on this call, for you, for Vernon, for Kenny. I tell you guys all the time, and you guys think that I'm just like bullshitting. Thank you guys. You guys changed my life. You guys give me the ability. If I want to work today, I don't. I have money to go anywhere I want in the world. I mean, I literally have changed my life through real estate, and it's happened because of Keep It Moving and because of fast real estate. And I'm just so thankful. So I appreciate you guys like the most you guys can ever imagine.
Well, I appreciate that. And listen, I like to hear it. I don't ever need to hear it. I see it. And that's what means the most to me, you guys. So let's go, Aaron. We'll go back to Christina, Evangeline, and then Kelly. We'll wrap this session with you, and then we'll get right into the market. You guys, thank you for participating in this. I had no idea it would go this far, but I'm glad we're here. Aaron, Chris, let's hear from you, big dog.
I'm gonna keep it short, but I used to be somebody who said same shit, different toilet all the time. Like, and since I joined this group, yeah, that so props to you guys.
I appreciate you, man. I don't know where you're going right now emotionally, but man, I think that it's your perspective has changed. I think that's what makes you emotional, because you're looking at things differently. And I'm gonna give you some props. Yesterday, we're doing our Zillow seller meeting in this room right here. I come out, Aaron's like, hey, can I talk to you? I'm like, yeah, just give me a second. I was loading some stuff in the car. He's like, I came back out and he's like, how do I get in that room? What do I need to do? You got some leads that can work? I want to be in that room. And like came after it. Like mad props to you. Right? It's like, hey, what do I do to get in that room? I'm going to raise my fucking hand. Elias, look at me. I want to be in that room. Tell me what it's all about, bro. So mad respect to you.
It's lately I've been reflecting like that. I was messy as a kid, and my perspective on life and the world around me has changed. And I want to say it's in part due to this group, but the gratitude, even for all the opportunities I had that I fucked off. I was drinking, like, I stopped drinking when I was 39, and I haven't felt like it was a good idea until I joined this group. And I don't know. It's just a
Man,
beautiful thing, and it brings me to tears. It's all beautiful. It's the whole collective. It is amazing. And again, my mind feels free from negativity. This is all passion and beauty coming out. And I have to say it's in part to this group and all the people that I interact with. I say, like, we're out in the field a lot. Get in the office, because you talk to Chris, you talk to Blessing, you talk to Otis, you talk to Ophelia, you talk to anybody, and it's all the same beauty. And it's weird because, like, I did mortgage for years and I love mortgage. I mean, even talking to Stephanie and Ashley, I mean, I came up with Stephanie back in the days. And so connecting with the people is beautiful, but it's weird because it wasn't since I kind of switched from that side to this side and got into this group and got to working with the people that I am. It's like, it's weird. It's not even working, man. It's a beautiful thing. And I feel like my life has shifted from same shit, different toilet to like, what's up? Like, hey, how do I get in that room? And and that's in part from just doing something as simple as fucking waking up in the morning in my fucking sweats, hopping on the call and listening to some shit, profound shit that will come out of nowhere. And again, like I didn't have my dad around. I was single mom. My mom is a foundation, a rock. But I was messy, messy, and I made it.
God, dude, let's give Aaron some love and some light and some positive energy. I'll tell you what, man, like, damn, you guys are hitting a nerve with me today. You guys are speaking straight to my heart. And so, God, I appreciate this. Let's go to Evangeline, Christina, and then Kelly, I'm going to have you wrap the session. So I'll come back to you in just a little bit. So Evangeline, look at the baby. Look at the baby.
Had to find the unmute button there, but I just wanted to share that that this conversation really resonates, and everyone should be proud that we're out here breaking statistics, because my father was an addict, heroin as well as alcoholism. My brother passed away really young, and kind of to what Ophelia was saying, I too used to discredit people's success of like, well, that's why they're this, they don't have this going on at home. And I'm sure people are doing that to me, because like I had certain privileges. I went to school and things like that. But no one knows what's going on at home, especially in the Asian community. You don't air out your dirty laundry. You don't ask for help, right? DV in the house, all that type of stuff. And it's hard to really break these generational cycles and want better for yourself. But we're all out here doing that for ourselves first and foremost, and then our future generations. So just wanted to share that, as well as pat y'all on the back, as well as myself on the back.
Well, listen, yeah, I'm giving big pats on the back to everybody. Our past does not dictate our future. Our past gives us experiences. It knocks us on the chin. It teaches us about life. It made us gritty. It gives us perspective. It shows that how we can roll in the circles with the people that don't have much money, but we can put our suit on and roll with the people that have a lot of money, right? And so I think we all have a choice, right? You can sit idle with all of this beautiful talent that you have, or you can choose to do something with it. And I'll be straight with every single person on this call. Every single one of you are on this call, on this team, and in this industry because you have talent. Yeah, that's a given. You have talent. But I'm going to promise you this, your talent is not enough. Your talent is not enough. You have to follow that talent up with practice. You have to follow it up with systems. You have to follow it up with your activity. You have to follow it up with your consistency. All these things. Your talent is not going to make you win in this business. It is not enough. You have to say, what am I able to do every single day with this God-gifted talent that I have? You could waste it. Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to harness this and I'm going to do good with the world, do good in the world, and I'm going to do amazing things in this business. Or you're just going to look back at your time in real estate if you don't make it, and you're going to be like, man, I could have, I should have, I wasted time, I wasted my talent. I don't want that for any of you. You have talent. You know it. You can feel it. It's not enough. It's not enough in order for you to reach the goals that you have for your life and for your business. So we're going to shift gears in the conversation, you guys. Really powerful stuff this morning. Thank you. Doreen hit a nerve with me this morning. She spoke directly to my heart. And for her to say those words, Elias, I love you. And it wasn't like, oh, I love you, I want to be with you. It's like, I love you as a person. And it was just a really, really like powerful, I love you. And I was just like, I love you too. And if you need anything, if your family needs anything, like I am here for you. We went through that personally 2 years ago. And so just a reflective morning, reflective last couple of days, reflective state that I've been in for a while now. So I wanted to share that with you, but let's get into the market. There's tons of things going on in the market right now. What we are seeing is that obviously inventory is starting to pick up in certain areas. You're going to see it more popular as the springtime comes. We're seeing also houses are having a lot of price reductions in certain markets. And so there's a lot of nuances. There's a lot of things going on. You guys are seeing it from different vantage points. And so I want to have a popcorn session. And what I want to encourage you to do, if you've spoken on a Wednesday about the state of the market, now, Ashley, this does not apply to you because I want your insights on this, okay? Jeff, this does not apply to you. If you are an agent on this call and you have spoken on a Wednesday about the conditions of the markets, the patterns, the nuances, and things that you're experiencing, don't raise your hand, okay? Don't raise your hand. Now, if you're an agent on this call that has never spoken about the market, about the conditions, about the patterns, or how you would sit down and have an astute conversation with a consumer about the reality of the market, that's the person I want to raise their hand and spit some game today. Okay? So I know, I see some faces. That is the challenge for you today. This isn't fucking group therapy. Yeah, there's some shit we're gonna talk about that maybe hits the heart and hits home. Okay, I get that. That's who I am as a coach. But this is group coaching. This means that we are going to learn, we're going to comprehend, and then the application part of it is, all right, I just showed you how to run that route, run the route, and I'm going to throw the ball to you. Run it, run it. We were in our session yesterday in this group, pulled up some leads on the screen. I said, who's going to call this lead in front of everybody? Mel said, I'll do it. Everyone shut up and I'll call this lead right in front of you. That type of pressure, when you have 20 of your team members there watching you and learning from you, and that pressure you put on yourself to rise to that occasion, you guys, your ability to speak up here translates in so many other places in your business, in your life, and in your career. I promise you. I promise you. I remember the first time that I spoke on Fast Forward Movement. There was 700 people on that call. I was scared shitless. And that was after countless times of us doing this together. I was scared shitless. Now who's the resident coach for Fast Forward Movement? Who's the resident coach? And I'm not fucking bragging. I did it because they saw me. I raised my hand. I got involved in conversations that made me better and more confident. So I want to turn it over to you. If you have never spoken about the conditions, patterns, or what is happening in the market today, I need 3 to 5 new people to get involved in the conversation right now. And if I don't get hands up, I'm putting some people on the hot spot right now. So I'm going to give you guys a moment and allow you to choose yourself. And if not, I'm just going to call on some people. You guys ready? All right, cool. I'm gonna actually do this a little bit differently. I'm gonna go to Blessing. Blessing, you know who the usual suspects are. Don't call on them. I want you to hand select somebody on the call today. So it didn't come from Coach Elias and oh my God, he's so hard on us. And oh my God, I just put my camera off, but he still called on me. And how dare he, okay? I know who you are. So Blessing, I'm gonna have you kindly ask somebody, tell me about the market.
I would love to hear from Richard Johnson about the market.
Oh, Ricky?
Ricky's been out here. See his business cards everywhere. He's showing all properties. Contra Costa to Alameda.
Let's go, Ricky. Mike's on you, my man. A consumer wants to know about the market. Talk to us about where you've been serving lately, what you're seeing, conditions, patterns, and the communication that you are having with consumers right now. Let's go, Ricky.
What's going on, everyone? Well, right now, like in the East Bay and Concord right now, I'm seeing a lot of homes open up. A lot of homes that haven't been on the market in years. Seeing homes that have been 30, 40 years on the market or owned by the same person. few people, died. I've seen in properties that I've gone to. So you're looking at a lot of fixers, a lot of homes that are able to get moved into, but you're gonna need a little bit of work that needs to be done. They're able to get moved into, but you're gonna still need to do some work that needs to get done.
So Ricky, help me out here. I'm a new homeowner. I'm a first-time home buyer. Is it going to be competitive for me in Concord? And what are we up against? And what is your strategy and how you win for us?
Yeah, you're gonna see a few. From what I've seen, you're seeing a good amount of 2 to 3 maybe offers coming in at one home that I've seen. For my strategy, what I like to do is probably do like the 2 to 3 different offers. We're gonna go with we were talking about this the other day. We're gonna come in. How am I gonna say this? We're gonna come in with. Sorry, I'm getting a little.
Listen, Ricky, there was a reason why we're doing this, and there's a reason why Blessing called on you. So you got this. If you were a consumer, if I was a consumer, you wouldn't say, oh, how do I put this together? You'd figure your shit out, man. So you're doing fine. Keep rolling, bro. You got this.
Yeah. So basically, we'll come up with a strategy. What are our highs, our mids, and our lows? We're gonna start off low because we don't want to go more than we need to, and we're just gonna talk to, the agent and see where we're gonna go from there.
Perfect. And so, so it is competitive, but it sounds to me that you have a strategy that's going to help us through this process. And what separates you from every other agent in Concord?
I'm out there. I'm talking to every agent possible. I'm going to these homes. I'm taking pictures for you. I'm going out there, making sure that if this is the home that you want and this is the price point that you want to go for, then we're going to talk and we're going to get you this deal done.
And what separates your team from every other team in the East Bay?
This is Team Fast. Team Fast is world known. Everyone knows how we get down. We're out there. Every time I go to an open house, I guarantee I'm going to see someone's car that I know. Usually it's Blessings, but yeah, I'm out there.
Okay, good. You guys, let's pause for a quick second. What happened right now when Ricky started to talk? He started to kind of doubt himself and like, what do I say right now? Or I don't know what to say right now. What happened? What did you guys experience? I have my vantage point, but I want to hear from you guys. What did you experience from Ricky right now? And Otis, I'm gonna have you go second. Somebody else contribute, and let's talk about this. What did you guys witness? What did you experience? Brianna, I saw some emotions and some clapping and things happening on your screen. So I want to hear from you. What did you see? What did you hear?
I felt him. I felt that moment where you're like, I just want to stop talking because I'm nervous and I feel like everything that's coming out right now is wrong. You pushed past that. You sat back, you took a deep breath, which I wanted to come on and be like, breathe, take in oxygen. And you got past it. And guess what? The next time you come on to talk about the market, you're going to feel more comfortable. The next time, more comfortable to where it just flows out. And you don't even have to breathe because you're breathing the whole time. But I know that feeling because the first couple times that I got on and even talked, I was just like,
yeah, I remember distinctly. So something happened right, in that moment. You just readjust and be like, "Oh, yeah, I got this." And then when I talked to you about the team, bro, you lit up. You're like, "We're Team Fast." Like there was this sense of swag and confidence that like came out at the end there. I was like, there it is right there, my man. And so obviously you're doing an amazing job. You've graduated out of the advisorship program. You're out there seeing homes and showing homes. And listen, if this is just a little bit more of an applied pressure for you, good, right? Good. This is how we all get better. I never did a Zoom until 2020, never. And now I've done, I don't know, thousands and thousands of them, right? But like, well, hi, everyone. Like, I remember the first Zoom. So Ricky, really good job. Otis, you got a contribution? And then we're going to shift gears. Ricky, you're going to choose the next person. Let's go, Otis.
Yeah, he did it when you told him, hey, you wouldn't lose your shit like this in front of a client. So, you'll figure it out. He instantly got, nail hammer, got back in. But then, yeah, you made that point when, as soon as you said, tell me about the team, you could feel this. We Team Fast. We out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew it that. And I get it. This is a very challenging atmosphere. Everybody don't do well when it's hard. Like, when motherfuckers are staring. staring at you like that. It's like, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? Like, you know what I mean? It's hard. So once you just get over that, like Brianna said, like it's definitely always gonna be hard. But once you get out that shell, talking in front of one person, like you said, you're gonna be like, blah, 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 like you're gonna be like, damn, all that shit just came out my mouth. Because it's just normal. Because we're always practicing it, probably on yourself, probably on a one-on-one basis. But it's 50 people on the call, 100 people. That shit's getting kind of intimidating. So good shit, Rick.
Yeah, really good shit. Imagine this. It's 25, 30 years ago, you're in real estate. You have to present your offer in person to the listing agent. Okay. So hold on. I'll be right back. Hi, my name's Elias Astuto. I'm representing Otis White. He is my seller. Let me tell you a little bit about my buyer. Let me tell you a little bit about my buyer and their motivation to want to live in this area. They have children. They're this. Here's our offer. Here's the terms of our offer. Here's the contingencies. Our EMD will be submitted within the next 24 hours. We would love the opportunity to put our family in this home. They love this community, fell in love with it. They want to be close to the school district. So we would love the opportunity to be at least in the negotiation phase. That's why you had to go in front of the people and present your offer. Like, imagine that. When you're thinking about all the things that you're doing right now, shit, this is just an opportunity for you to perfect your communication skills. You're all public figures. People are going to see you. And guess what? They might ask you to speak on a podcast one day. They might ask you to go to a city council meeting, attend your women's council meeting, go to your local chamber, be in I groups, and they go around the room and say, who's got something? Who's got something? Who's got something? This is life preparation. This isn't just in this moment, you guys, this is life preparation. Promise you. Ricky, good stuff. Otis, great stuff. Jacob, you didn't talk about the market? You up?
Yep, I'm up.
All right.
Throw myself in the fire.
Okay, cool, man. Let's go. Talk to me about a market that you're serving, patterns, conditions, nuances. Let's go, Jacob.
All right, ask me how Oakland is.
Okay. Man, I love this. All right, Jacob. Tell me about that Oakland market.
Well, in Oakland, I mean, it depends where you're asking. I mean, if you're going from International Boulevard or if you're going to Oakland Hills, it could change. But overall in Oakland, it is Black Friday. If you walk into Walmart, sell. That's how I see the Oakland market. You have a lot of opportunities to take advantage of price reductions and getting seller credits because right now the sales are down 4% compared to last year, and there's a lot of inventory in the market. Homes are sitting at about 34%. So for a buyer, you have a lot of opportunity to take advantage of a deal.
All right, well, what if I want to buy in Maxwell Park? My friend just bought there. They said it was really, really competitive. What's your thoughts on that market?
Yeah, Maxwell Park is one of the better areas in Oakland. I'm blessed to work with one of the best teams in the Bay Area. We're Team Fast. We're very well known. So everybody knows who we are. We have great connections. I'm actually just helped two buyers in the past 3 months purchase homes and get great price reductions. So, I mean, I work very well in that area. I hope a lot of people know Team Fast, know me. So you're in great hands if you're looking at Maxwell Park for sure.
Wonderful. Let's give him a round of applause. The fact that he just raised his hand and said, put me into the fire, right? It's like we're all out on the field and like, okay, who wants to run the drill? And nobody raised their hand. Somebody run the drill. Just run it. Let's get better together. This is how we're going to grow. And so, Jacob, well said. I love that. I'm using that analogy. Let me see the chat here. We have some activity in the chat here. It says, where did it say here? Let me read this. I want to make sure that I don't miss this.
They were making me nervous because I saw all those like comments going in and out every time I was talking. I was like, oh shit, what did they say? And I was trying to read it.
It's Black Friday at Walmart. But here's the thing, you guys. Is it going to be nerve-wracking when you're at a table with a consumer? Yeah. When you're there, you haven't met them. You're in their house and maybe you got your shoes off and oh my God, do my socks match? Yeah, these match. Okay. Anyways, I'm sitting there's all kinds of things and thoughts going through your mind. And it's just like, it's nerve-wracking. And here you are, you're presenting for the wife and the husband. Maybe the kids are coming in, or maybe you're on Zoom and other people are in the room. Distractions are happening. They're asking you tough questions. What are you going to do? you're going to show up. You're going to be who you are, and you're going to provide value, right? You're not going to allow anybody to derail you, right? Because the moment that you're derailed and the moment you have less certainty, then that's the moment you have less influence. So the person that has the most certainty in a conversation is the one that's going to have the highest amount of influence. So I love that you stayed the course, Jacob. Really, really good stuff. Joanne, don't go too far. I'm going to come to you. Jacob, who are you choosing to go next? I do have a hand up, but I want to see who you were going to choose.
All righty, let me look. I'm going through.
And Joanne, you'll be up after Jacob's pick. Jacob, you have 5 seconds.
All right, Ivana Kostic.
Ooh, okay, Ivana, see, I didn't do that. She originally, when I started the conversation,
I had a feeling that it was going to be me.
Let's
I don't
go.
know why. I
Let's
was just
go.
waiting for my name to be called.
Okay, Ivana. So we had a coaching session yesterday. Really good to connect
Yeah.
with you, learn more about you and what you're wanting to accomplish in life and business. So Ivana, what market do you serve?
Mainly Walnut Creek Concord, but I do feel like it's easier when you're talking to the consumer compared to like talking to you guys or in front of all of you. That's how I'm feeling. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
I've never done this before, so.
All right. So here's the thing. If it's hard here, good. It makes you even better for when you're with your consumer.
I mean, it could be like that.
That's all right. So Ivana, tell us about that Walnut Creek market, because I know that's a competitive market. It's a coveted market. Let's hear from you.
It is. So there's definitely an increase in the inventory compared to last year. However, I do see price cuts, and I see that homes are on the market longer. I don't see offer dates set anymore compared to, let's see, end of last year when when agents would set offer dates most of the time or quite often. When it comes to buyers, I feel like everybody's still talking about interest rates and expecting those cuts. I know historically rates are not high right now. We're in the mid sixes, but I feel like everybody's still talking about it and expecting them to go down. It just shows us the shift in supply and demand with a little more inventory, but then the price cuts. So yeah, there's been a shift in supply and demand, definitely.
Right. And so let me understand this. Tell me a little bit about the lifestyle. You know, I'm moving from Fremont. We want to move out to Walnut Creek. Tell me a little bit about that Walnut Creek lifestyle.
Well, it's pretty lively. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of stuff going on. It's great for families. There's always something happening on the weekends, a lot of activities for kids, which I love. I have a kid. So there's always something going on in the streets, little festivals, little workshops. There's always something going on.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what is so different about you versus that other agent that I met last week? Her name was Sally, and she's been in the business for 40 years. What's so different about you?
I will focus on what matters to you. I will listen to you. And that will be my priority, to hear you out and to focus on that.
Wow. Do you think that that's the first time that she said that? I don't think, like, that sounded like, oh yeah, ask me again, right? Ask me again, I'll tell you the same thing, right? Like, I felt that. So really, really good stuff. And Ivana, what separates your team from all these other local brokerages out here?
We are the number one. No, this
All
is.
right, let's start from the beginning. What separates your team from all these other brokerages out here?
We're the number one rated team on Zillow.
Yep.
And we are the second in sales volume in the whole state. World. There we are.
For our brokerage.
Got to learn my.
All right. So when it was about you, you did really well. When I talked to you about the team, you fumbled a little bit, which is okay. You're still relatively new, but that same type of swag and bravado and confidence that you spoke about yourself in Walnut Creek, because that was spot on. Every single portion of it has that same type of, Team Fast, you know, it's like, who are we? What are our skills? And how do those skills translate in helping you buy real estate in the Bay Area? Who are we? We're the number one team in the Bay Area. We're the number two team in the world for our brokerage. What are our skills? Our skills are we've built amazing relationships in the real estate community. So when people see that it's a fast agent that's writing on their home, we have a really, really good relationship, so we can leverage those relationships to get more transparent information. And how does that help you as a buyer? It helps you because we leverage all these relationships to put you in the best position to get your offer accepted. So I'm so glad that you asked that question, right? Like you have to speak that shit from your chest to allow them to know how confident you are with the team that is behind you. So Ivana, really good stuff. Great stuff. I'm going to go to Heather really quick. What was one thing that you heard? Aaron, one thing that you heard. So Heather, let's go to you. What was one thing that you heard from either Jacob or Ivana? And then Aaron, same question for you. And then Joanne, I'm coming right back to you.
I from Ivana and Jacob, I think did great. He had numbers, he had the statistics to back it. Some people, they want the numbers, they want the statistics. I think it's good that he had that to back it. He sounded very confident. Ivana, I think she did great. She was a little nervous, but I get that. I'm the same way. I can talk to my clients and talk to people that come into my open house and the public all day. But as soon as I get on these Zoom calls, I'm like, it's in my brain. But when it goes from my brain to my mouth, somehow it just, something happens. So I get it. And, but I think overall she did really great, but she definitely knew right like that, what she offers her client.
Yeah, like what separated you, Ivana, from all the other realtors? Like you made me feel like I was the number one priority, that you were going to listen to me. You put my priorities front and center, and that's what matters the most. Well, damn, people want to be seen, heard, and felt. And I think that you demonstrated that and you articulated that spot on. Ivana, really good stuff. Heather, really good takeaway. Aaron, thoughts, takeaways from you. And Joanne, I'm coming right over to you. And then we're going to go to Kelly Hilker.
With Jacob, it was good. Jacob was real slick with it. The overall numbers at the beginning, but when you asked for Maxwell Park, it was funny because he ran it like a politician. He didn't really answer the question about Maxwell Park, but he was like, our team is good and I got deals still. And so the way he did that was real slick. I like that.
That's what I do when I don't know how to answer a question.
It was beautiful. It was like I immediately felt like he could be a politician one day, the way he didn't really answer the question, but you still felt like he answered the question. Like, okay, he's got it under control, right? And Ivana was real good. I did like the way she was very attentive to, like, addressing what anybody who's in this position where they're maybe a first-time home buyer, they're getting to know someplace, like you want to feel like that person's not just trying to get a paycheck from you, like they care about what you're actually thinking and doing. And so that came off. And then it was funny because obviously, yeah, she's new to the team, so she fumbled there, but it seemed like there was a shift a little bit, like Ricky, when you talked about, tell me about Walnut Creek, she was like, oh yeah, Walnut Creek is this. And so she really got into Walnut Creek, and you could see the vibe and the energy definitely shifted. Like that was 100% confidence, which will come with, talking about the market more, then you'll start talking about the market that way. And as the team, Ricky demonstrated it, right? Like, once you're a part of the team on a regular basis, and again, I encourage you to come to the office as much as possible and connect with people, because then when somebody asks you what makes your team different, you'll be like Ricky. You'll be like, the team, whatever, right? Like we got people all over the place. And I talk about my people up in Sacramento, Stockton. Like when you talk about this team, you're not just talking about like Walnut Creek, Concord. You're talking about the Bay Area and people out there that are really getting it. And so as you get to know the team more, the energy level for that will also increase.
Yeah, well said, Aaron. I appreciate you guys' insights. And always remember this formula. And if you've spent any time with me on the buyer consultation, remember this formula when you're talking about the team. Who are we? What are our skills? But most importantly, how do those skills translate into helping people buy real estate in the Bay Area? Because people went, oh, we're number one, we're number two, we have this, we have Zillow and all this. Okay, that's all good and well. But what are our skills? Our skills are a relationship. Our relationships in this industry are second to none. And how does that translate into helping people buy real estate in the Bay Area? We leverage that relationships, we leverage that communication to get more transparent information about what sellers are actually looking for when we write our offers. who are we? What are our skills? And how do those skills translate in helping people buy real estate in the Bay Area? Let's go to Joanne, and then we're going to shift gears, and I'm going to have Kelly's last contribution. Let's go, Joanne.
Okay, I'm going to try to borrow Jacob's confidence for this, okay?
All right.
I'm going to talk about La Miranda and Walnut Creek, which I only recently heard called Wa La Miranda. So the market is really hot out here. We have a lot of homes on the market. There's about 40 homes on the market in Orinda alone, whereas a few months ago it was 30, a year or two ago it was 15. So there's a huge variety of homes available. So, and if you're looking in the 1.5 and up range, right now is an amazing time to buy because the prices are so much lower than what you would expect them to be. A couple years ago, we were looking at over $1,000 a square foot. We were having 1,800 square foot homes go for 2.2 million. Right now, those homes are going for 1.5, 1.6. So it is sale time in La Miranda as well right now. A lot of price cuts, houses over 1.6, especially over 2 and 3 million, huge price cuts for so many of those homes. Even there's a home on the market in Lafayette that was $25 million, just got reduced to $19 million yesterday. We're seeing price cuts all over this area. So right now is a great time to buy.
Wow, like incredible, like stats and figures. And yeah, like La Miranda is typically known, let's say Orinda in particular, they're usually known for very, very low inventory. The fact that there's an uptick in inventory, I kind of want to know what's behind that. But Joanne, spoken with some real confidence, whether you borrowed some confidence or you tapped into your own well, there was some serious confidence in what you said. And I love it because I don't hear enough people talk about the La Miranda market because it's not as fast moving of a market. There's not as much inventory, not as many houses, but it sounds like there's some movement there. So really, really good stuff, Joanne. I actually put the most recent weather report. If you're a part of Bay East or if you're not, it's a free video that you can watch every single month. I just put the most recent video in there. Take that video, it's in the chat, watch it when you have a second, dissect the information, talk about it on social media, but everyone did an incredible, incredible job. Kelly, I didn't forget about your hand. I want to make sure that I addressed the hand that you had up earlier. So Kelly, thoughts, contributions, or insights on the conversation? Let's go, Kelly. We're going to do rapid fire.
Okay, well, I changed topics. I wanted to just talk about the market right now. So me diving deep into all of the, current areas, Antioch, San Ramon, Concord, all of these areas. Right now we're seeing an increase in the median list price. We're also seeing an increase in inventory as well. So I believe right now, guys, we're in the spring market. Our spring market goes all the way till Memorial Day. And right now it's a great time for both buyers and sellers. I feel like we can maximize results in both capacities. So I'm here to tell everybody, I love this group. We all have a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. All you guys are freaking go-getters. I just love all the energy and, let's get it, guys. Let's rock and roll.
I love it. I love it. You guys, as we close out our session today, I want you to start campaigning. And what I mean by that is that Antu and I had a really, really good conversation the other day. We had a coaching session about kind of her thoughts on where her business is and her farm. And we just threw out some ideas together. And I think we landed on some good ideas. But I'm not going to tell you our conversation. I'll wait till next week. But the point of this is that I want you to start campaigning. And what I mean by that is that Easter is right around the corner. Easter's right around the corner. The sun is coming out. Whether or not you celebrate Easter, whether maybe it's just the Easter bunny, it's candy. It's a time where families are coming together. So there's all kinds of things that we can all be talking about. And so when you start to look at your campaigns, every single month, you should be looking at what's going on next month. For example, we have the Women's Empowerment Month. Some of you took advantage of it, and some of you just completely missed that opportunity to speak about Women Empowerment Month. Let's just be real. Some of you missed it, some of you landed. Now, you have Easter coming up. You have the springtime. You have the leaves and the flowers, all these things. So what can you do in your communities to campaign? Whether it is pictures with the Easter bunny. Like I said, I have my Easter, my bunny outfit if you need to borrow it. But what can you do? Low dollar, high return, and high visibility on social media. Antu will share her thoughts on what she's going to be doing over the next couple of months, but I want you to start campaigning, right? Think a little bit bigger than what you're doing right now. Okay, if I was to partner with Otis next month and we were to do a campaign, what could we do to celebrate Easter, celebrate springtime, celebrate the warming up? What can we do to campaign for the next month? I want you guys to think of it like that. We're also going to go into some ideas that you guys can do leveraging High Note to start talking about all the beautiful things that are happening. Where are the places to go to get food? Where are the happenings for springtime? When are the farmers markets coming back? When are the street fairs coming back? When is the outside music and all these things, you guys? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So all I want you to do is wrap your head around, what is my campaign going to look like for the next month going into April? Got some time. Don't miss the opportunity. Capitalize on the opportunity. You are a marketer first. Marketer ... realtor. Remember that. Always look ahead, think about your campaigns and say, what can I do differently? You guys, really powerful session. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for opening up. Thank you for just sharing that moment with me. It was a moment of reflection and looking back at all the things that I'm really grateful for in my life. And I will never forget my roots and where I came from. And I'll continuously work to build an empire for you and build an empire for my own family. It's going to be an amazing next couple of years. I feel it. I could see it. It's already happening. So you guys have an amazing day. As always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. And I'm here for your 100% unwavering support. Peace.